identifying what blocks you have to love. What if you could do that? Because this today we're talking about signs that you are blocking love. And so many people talk about how they are looking for the love of their life. They're trying to find love. They need love. You know, love, love, love is a big word. So many people, and I know a lot of these ladies and men as well, but I'm talking to my ladies that are trying to find love. You have found your career, you have gone to school, you've gotten all these degrees, you got all these certificates, you have, everything that you're looking for in your life except for love. And you've been going round and around this mulberry bush for a minute. And so I'm talking to you, ladies and femmes. If that is you, raise your hand, give me a sign, comment below. But today we're going to explore some blocks and some ways that you are blocking your own love. So you're looking for your love of your life, but you've been finding bozo. So instead of finding Boaz, as they used to say in the church, you finding bozo. You're meeting bozo every day. So one of the things that is definitely something to look out for is emotional blocks. And emotional blocks actually stem from unresolved feelings such as fear, past heartbreak, resentment, trauma, things that you've already been through. And these things actually stop you from fully opening your heart to love. And a lot of times we know these things, and sometimes we'll even speak them out. You know that you've been rejected in your life, and so you have this fear of rejection. And so, you've been cheated on in your relationship, and I can understand that. I was cheated on in my first relationship. My ex-husband cheated consistently, and tried to. I hoped that he would change. I hoped that he would fix it. I prayed, I fasted, I talked to God, and yeah, no, we're divorced because he couldn't stop and he didn't want to stop. So for me, that anchored a fear of rejection to me, a fear of rejection. And also, it created an abandonment wound because although I left him 3 times within our 20-year relationship, he left me without leaving me. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was emotionally unavailable for me. He could not meet the needs emotionally that I had. And so that created not only a fear of rejection for me, but it created an abandonment wound. And so with that was like hard to get past. That was something that, as I looked at other people and other relationships, it honestly helped me stay away from a lot of relationships because of those fears. And so it was hard to move past it. But when I started understanding and looking at these things and seeing these patterns and realizing that they are patterns, and also realizing that I can shift them. Another thing that happened within the emotional blocks was low self-worth. So low self-worth because he made me feel unworthy. He made me feel like I was unworthy of love because I felt like if he was having other relationships, then how could he love me? This is how I felt, and this is how I feel like he made me feel. And so in that way, I felt like, regardless of what I did, I still would never be good enough. And so as I started feeling through that and I started healing through that, I did a lot of work. I did, a lot of work. And I'm going to cover some of the things that I did as well as I move forward. And so the second thing that comes up in that is energetic blocks. And so energetic blocks happen when your body is carrying aura or stuck energy. The energy is stuck. It can't move because an aura is fluid, y'all. Aura is like blood pressure. Your blood pressure is not the same. If you take it right now and you take it in 5 minutes, it might be different. More than likely, it will be different because it is fluid. And aura is supposed to be fluid. So if I'm looking at your aura right now, your aura can be dark. It can be light. It can be airy. It can be heavy. It can be dense. It can be all these things. And then in a few minutes, once you shift your energy, your aura can be different. Your aura can be, beautiful. The colors can be vibrant. Also, energetic blocks always also relate to past experiences that you've had. Limiting beliefs also contribute to this, and unresolved emotions. So these are things that as you go through, as you begin to really understand yourself, and as you begin to really Look to aligning to love. So shifting these things within you so that you can attract the love that you are looking for. That is one of the things with the energetic blocks. Also, a heart chakra imbalance. And many times, when you have these, when you've been through these experiences, you begin to feel numb and disconnected, and so your heart chakra is out of alignment, and it could be blocked. And honestly, it makes you close off emotionally. Like you close off to the point that you can't receive love if it came to you on a silver platter. If the person that you're supposed to be with, if your soulmate comes to you, you won't even recognize them because your heart is so closed off. So many things you can do to correct them. Meditation is one of my favorite ways. Journaling is another way. That's a way that can help you through all of these things. Breath work is another thing. And I do that actually every single day, usually a few times a day. Energy healing is another way to help and clear these blockages, as well as EFT tapping. And EFT tapping is when you tap through a script and you tap out what you feel like and what it is now, and you tap to what it is that you desire it to be. And so that really is something that truly does help. And some examples of the ways that you feel within this type of situation is, you think, every time I try to move on, thoughts of my ex keep coming back. Every time I try to get into another situationship, I can't stop thinking about him or her or them. Some of the things you can do with that is cord cutting. You can do cord cutting rituals. There are many of them right here on YouTube, and I'm actually going to record one of my own because I've been thinking about this for a minute. So cord cutting rituals are another thing. Intention setting is also good, especially around the new moon and the full moon. Look at the moon cycles and coordinate yourself with those. Energetic cleanses are another thing. I love spiritual baths. Spiritual baths are very helpful in shifting your vibration, because what happens is you have all this low vibrational energy, emotions like anger and jealousy and bitterness and fear. All of these things are low vibrational energies, and they can bring you down and make it harder for you to attract a loving relationship. So if you are trying to attract the love of your life, but your vibrations are low, you are not going to attract that person. You're going to attract a low vibration person. And that's why you keep going around and around this same bend, attracting the same energies, because you are keeping your vibration low. So you want to begin to focus on gratitude. You want to start to raise your vibrational energy by having joy and doing things that light you up, things that make you have fun, reframing negative beliefs. The next thing is mental blocks. Mental blocks are huge. Mental blocks are huge. Mental blocks are rooted in thought patterns, limiting beliefs, conditioning that influences a person's mindset around love. These things can happen many times because of how you've grown up. The relationships that you saw, that you modeled, the relationships that your parents had or your grandparents, or, the people that raised you, your foster parents or whoever. Maybe sometimes it's looking at TV and seeing different relationships like that. Like growing up for me, I love the Cosby's relationship. I love the Keaton's relationship, Family Ties, the Cosby's. I love that. I love those relationships. I thought they were amazing. And I use those as examples. You know what I mean? And so this is how we get conditioned. A lot of times we look at those things. We look at people in our lives. We look at our parents, our grandparents, and these set up limited beliefs for us as well, because we have deeply ingrained beliefs that usually can sabotage a relationship before you can even get started. So these are deeply ingrained beliefs. Examples like, and we hear them all the time, especially from some of us, from our mothers, love never lasts. All the good ones are gone. Relationships are too hard. I can't do it. He doesn't understand me. He'll never understand me. Men aren't shit. There are all kinds of things that we have heard growing up and being conditioned, and even in this world, television has told us different things. And so you listen to those limiting beliefs, and that you begin to internalize them, and then they become deeply ingrained, and you're not going to attract a good relationship in that way. So you want to identify and shift and reprogram these beliefs through affirmations, through coaching, through mindset shifts, through meditation, through healing activations. All of these things will help you to shift these things. Overthinking and perfectionism is also another thing that makes you overanalyze potential partners and situations, and basically you overanalyze them to death, and you're not able to you're not able to come through this situation because nobody is ever going to measure up because you're over analyzing and you're too perfect and you want everybody else to be that way, which they're not ever going to be. So that's something that's going to block you. It's like, somebody, you'll go out on a date with somebody and say one of your friends will ask you, how was the date? How was the person? Oh, they're great, but they got flaws and I don't think I can deal with that because later on it's going to be like this, and you already predict what it's going to be without even giving it a chance. And so that is one of the things that you definitely is going to block love for you. The other thing is, you want to learn how to trust your intuition. You want to embrace imperfection. And that's something that I had to do because I really had that problem with even doing things and getting things out here, even as far as even this channel. I had a problem with at one point where I was trying with perfection. I was trying to do the videos and then post them and, do the thumbnails and all that stuff. And I had to let go of that. And I had to decide that I'm going to come live because it's easier for me. It takes the stress off. I can, get my stuff together and I can come live and talk to you guys and flow freely. And that is how I have to do it because that works for me. And so, I've had coaches that said, you need to record and then you need to make the thumbnails. You need to do this, you need to do that. And none of that shit ever worked. So I stopped doing all that. So I started doing what makes sense to me. And I also even started doing that in love. And that is why I'm sharing this with you, because I'm not only just talking to you about it. I actually did these things. I did these things. And a part of also is attachment to past stories. Clinging to mental narratives can prevent someone from creating new experiences. So if you are thinking about all this shit that happened in the past, your family always told you love was a struggle, so you expect it to be hard. Your mama said, you ain't gonna never find nobody to love you like me, because you got mamas out there like that. You ain't gonna never find nobody to love you. You have a man that's narcissistic that's telling you you ain't never gonna find nobody to love you because you ugly, or a woman, the same type of thing. So you got to let go of those old stories and replace them with empowering narratives like love is mine. Love can flow easily and naturally. My soulmate is attracted to me. My soulmate is looking for me. My soulmate has found me. You have to replace these things that are running around in your brain and living rent free in your brain, these stories that don't mean shit. Let it go. Let it go and release it. Release it. You know, take time to release it. Write things down. If you have to write it down, if you have to write stuff on your mirror, which is one thing that I also teach and which is what I also do. Sometimes I write things on my mirror with lipstick, because to me that's emphasis. So I write it on my mirror and I tell myself, I did this for years. I would write on my mirror. My husband now was so tickled, but he was tickled because he is also a manifester and he also does stuff like that, like puts pictures on the wall and writes stuff up because he's a manifester and he knows that that works. And so the thing is as you begin to go through these releasing these blocks, journaling is another thing that's huge in helping you to release these blocks. Ask yourself these questions. What beliefs do I hold about love and relationships? Because a lot of times, until you ask the questions, you don't even realize what beliefs you hold, because sometimes when you start looking at the beliefs you hold, you can shift it then because that's not true. That so many of them are limited. That it doesn't have to be true for you. It could be true for this person and that person and the other person, but you get to decide if it's true for you. And then the other question you want to ask yourself is, when did I first experience heartbreak and fear around love? You know what I mean? So when you start opening those things, then it starts showing you, and it starts showing you what it is you need to shift so that you can get the love that you're looking for. emotional therapy, healing modalities that can be used. I already mentioned some of them. EFT tapping is huge and amazing for this. Shadow work is another one. Journaling, energy healing, Reiki, chakra healing, sound baths, and breath work. Which I need to order me. I'm ordering me a tuning fork because I've been wanting one, and I've been knowing that it's something I need to use in my work. So I'm gonna order me a tuning fork. And I will drop the link down in the comments with all the rest of my Amazon links so that you can check out those links if there are things that you would like to have. And of course, I'm an affiliate, so I get a small commission. But help a budding creator out. Help a budding creator out. This is my full-time gig. You know, I am um, a businesswoman full time. So help a small creator out. And make sure you also check out my stand store, which is also in the description. And it has different resources that you can have, free resources as well as paid ones. There are different, my services are on there. If you would like to have a video where you ask a question and I give you a video response, that is on there as well. You can also have a session with me. I have 30-minute phone sessions for $55 that are on there. Also, if you follow me on TikTok at Intuitive Tammy, I go live there and I do messages, I do healing readings. You can get a full reading on there on TikTok for $22.22. If you come on there, so you buy it on the stand store and then you come into the TikTok live, or you're in the TikTok live already, and then you get it out of the stand store, and then we'll do it. And I'll also pull you up if that's what you want. Like if you want to be pulled up in the little boxes, I can do that. So make sure you're following me at Intuitive Tammy, and make sure that you like, share, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And if you're subscribed, make sure you like it and that you share it and you tell people that I'm giving this word, because I'm speaking to my ladies and my femmes who are looking for love and wondering why they can't find it. They have everything else. They are, career is good. They've been to school, they might even have children, but they keep going around the same mulberry bush and running into the same partners. So, some practical steps you can use are affirmations. I am open, giving and receiving love. I am love is one of my affirmations. I say that every single day. I am love. I am love because I've embodied that I'm love. Set intentions during meditation, visualizing love flowing freely into your life. Start small acts of vulnerability to reopen your heart, expressing gratitude to a friend, writing a letter to somebody that, maybe you feel like you need to forgive or you want them to forgive you. Those things are huge for opening our heart. Um, also, heart opening visualizations. Imagine a golden light filling your heart space, dissolving any darkness or heaviness. Cord cutting ceremonies, visualizing energetic ties to past partners or experiences with forgiveness and love. Those are huge things to do, y'all. I'm telling you, it is such an amazing time to align yourself to the love of your life. Building connections to spirit. Remind yourself of your divine connection, reinforcing that love begins with aligning with your God self and trusting that you're worthy of receiving divine love. I'm telling you, I hope y'all are picking up what I am putting down, because this was such an amazing share. Because I know that there are people out here that are looking at, why am I not finding love? Everybody else around me, all my friends are finding love. My mama even found love. My daddy even found love. My auntie that's 80 years old found love, but I can't seem to find love. And so it could be because you have blocks and you need to work that out. And if you need some help, reach out. I can help you. I actually have a program that I am doing, Aligning to Love. I cannot wait to finish it. I'm working on it now. It's also going to be a standalone course. So if you're a person that you just like to get the coursework and go through it, it'll be 6 videos. It'll be 7 because I have an introduction video, but it'll be 7 videos that's going to be in this course that's going to help you learn how to align to love. There's going to be some meditations in there. I'm going to be doing some healing activations in there as well. So if that's something that you're looking for, I will have that ready probably by the first of the year. That's my goal, is to have that ready by the first of the year, Aligning to Love, and it'll be a standalone course. But if you are looking for guidance and you want to come into a container, a small group container, because I'm looking for no more than 10 people in this container, and we'll go through the course. And also that way you have time and you can ask questions, and you'll be around like-minded people. It's going to be amazing. I'm so excited about it. And then I also have a membership that you can join. Remember who the fuck you are. And that membership is also in the Stand Store. It's $97 a month. We're going to come together in community. We'll be doing live Zoom calls once a month. And also you'll have the opportunity to get to win a call with me. So that's another thing. And honestly, it's just going to be a random raffle. You know, like every month I'll choose somebody in the group, in the membership, to do a live session. So if that's something that you would like, and have the opportunity to get. And also, if you're as a part of my membership, you're going to get 20% off your services. So that's another thing that's really, really good. So again, make sure that you're following me on TikTok at Intuitive Tammy. Follow me on Clapper, which is a new social. Well, it's not new, but it's new to me. I think it just changed. It used to be news or something, but now it's just for regular people. And so you can follow me there too, because I go live there too, because they let you go live immediately. And also Facebook as Tammy Morrison, um, Intuitive Tammy 56 on Instagram. I can't think of any more places, but they're in the description if you want to find me. And if you are a spiritual entrepreneur and you are looking to get your message out there, come and join me on Straight Outta Savannah, my podcast where I interview spiritual entrepreneurs. I've interviewed psychics, mediums, channels, human design experts, numerologists, astrologers, holistic practitioners. You name it, I pretty much interviewed them, and I've interviewed many, many people before I niched down to that. So you name it, I've done it. I'm super excited about the show. Um, so if you're interested in coming on and sharing your message, come on, send me a message anywhere that you can find. You can comment below here. Send me your email, or you can go and find mine. It's actually in the about section of this channel. So again, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Um, and I love all of y'all, and I hope that this message hit y'all where I know it should have. And I hope your day is magical, and I will see you guys on tomorrow, unless you join me on TikTok later today. Bye now.